17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
Play on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Welcome to this episode of Biker Wars with Bill Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about some fairly breaking news. Shout out to everyone that takes the time to watch this show. I appreciate you. We've got a lot of content in the works right now. I want to give a shout out to all the motorcycle-related content creators out there. Demons Row, shout out to Sos, shout out to Insane Throttle, Hollywood, shout out to Black Dragon and Lavish, and shout out to Gunner and Dubs on the West Coast. I appreciate you guys. They always show me love when I'm in their chat. And I've seen they did some shows about this topic right here. A lot of you might not know. LB Green, what's good, man? How are you? Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Maybe you guys might not be aware of Little Dave. So Little Dave was the national president for the Mongols Motorcycle Club. And a few days ago, I believe it was on the 27th or the 28th, he was in a fight at a bar that resulted in him scratching someone on the neck pretty bad, and he was arrested for attempted murder. So we're going to go over the article. It says, man arrested for attempted murder in a street fight in Old Pasadena. A verbal altercation escalated into violence Saturday evening in Old Pasadena, leaving one man hospitalized with a neck laceration, another arrested for attempted murder. The incident occurred around 5:19 p.m. in the 100th block of West Green Street near Fair Oaks Avenue, where officers responded to reports of a group of 10 to 15 people fighting a man bleeding from the neck, said the Pasadena Police Department. Upon arrival, officers found a Hispanic man in his 40s suffering from a laceration to the neck. The victim from the Rosemead area was transported to a local hospital in stable condition. The suspect, identified by authorities as David, they spelled his name wrong. I believe it's Santillan. Well, that's what it says on here. It's Santillan. The man in his 50s from Temple City was arrested at the scene on suspicion of attempted murder. According to Scott Jackson, the altercation began an argument between two men. The situation escalated when the victim allegedly punched Santillan in the face in response. Santillan reported swung at the victim with a box cutter, causing neck laceration. No other injuries were reported, says anyone with information, blah, blah, blah. But if you guys don't know who this is, he's the former president or the national president of the Mongols Motorcycle Club. And I'm not saying that they had anything to do with this, but there were there was a big situation that was happening a few months back. He says, ousted leader of the Mongols motorcycle club denies that he was a confidential informant. And you might be wondering, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm going to show you. Let me show you this.
Mark, the Mongols motorcycle club was convicted of racketeering and conspiracy back in 2018, but today they were back in court after a secret video surfaced of its former president talking to his wife about the lead ATF agent on that federal case.
I love you. I love you. You're my everything. You're my ride or die. You're my everything.
Marital strife in a secretly recorded phone call. David Santillan's wife Annie records her husband when he is drunk and despondent. In that video, Santillan seems concerned that he will no longer receive protection from former ATF agent John Ciccone because Ciccone is retiring.
You told me already. I have 1 year. 1 year. He's retiring. He's retiring. After 1 year, he's done. And he can't protect me. He told me. So we have to have an exit strategy.
Annie then sent this text message to other Mongols saying her husband is a confidential informant. Quote, in other words, he's a rat. Outside court today, the Santillans put on a united front, both denying David was a confidential informant.
Absolutely not. Unequivocally no. I've never cooperated in any way, shape, or form.
Eyewitness News asked Santillan what he meant in that video about ATF agent Ciccone protecting him. Santillan says he and Ciccone had a rapport after 25 years of dealing with one another, and Ciccone told Santillan he was retiring.
He goes, I know you've been doing a bang-up job with the club. Can't protect you from this point forward. I know we've had a rapport, and I always looked out for you.
Wait, well, what does that mean, though? He can't protect you from this day forward? What do you mean? So he was protecting you that whole time? It's kind of weird because after all this came out, so what happened was his wife came out, recorded a phone call with him, and put it out there and sent it to the club and said that he was a cooperator. Now, she's the one that sparked all of this mess. And so after that happened, he was kicked out of the club, out bad, I believe. And he was going around and doing a bunch of interviews, kind of like damage control. I don't know how good that worked out, but I want to know what your opinion is about all this. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think he was cooperating with the ATF? Do you think that you're doing a great job with your MC culture content? I love it, man. Thank you, 260 Jake. Appreciate it. LB Green says, Staxx, you're officially a part of the biker genre. Take that shit over like you have and put all the other bums to sleep. Thank you. I appreciate it. Maureen, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Pink Panther, what's good? It's insane. So his own wife hung him out to dry. Do you guys believe that he was cooperating with the government? I mean, he said, oh, he's retiring. He can't protect you no more. What do you mean by that? I don't know. I'm just not buying it personally, but I want to know what your opinion is. Bambi, how are you? Thanks for joining me today. Josh, what's going on? If you guys don't know, I'm in the process of filming a movie. It is insane. The script is incredible. If anyone wants to be involved, just email me and we'll get it figured out. So I got another article I want to read you. Here, let's finish this video.
You were always respectful, so he gave me a heads up, and that was it. That was all it was about. There was nothing nefarious about it.
Annie Santillan says she recorded the video and sent that text because she was angry over her husband's repeated infidelities, and she knew calling him a rat would destroy him with the Mongols.
All I wanted to do was to tarnish his image. I wanted him to feel
it worked.
what I was feeling, which was shame and embarrassment and betrayal.
In court today, prosecutors predict now retired ATF agent Ciccone will testify Santillan was never an informant.
And if they do that, they're going to be lying. They're just going to be outright lying.
Mongols attorney Joe Yanni says he believes Santillan threw that 2018 trial by not allowing him to call Ciccone to the stand.
I think they got David in compromising situations, and he was afraid, and I think he turned on his loyalty to the club to protect himself.
Today, federal judge David Carter said he wants former ATF agent Ciccone to testify under oath about the allegations. The hearing will continue later this month. Mark.
So what's your opinion? I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Looks like he's in a world of, his girl put him in a world of trouble. I mean, I don't think she would put it out there like that if it wasn't true. What do you guys think? I don't know, though. Who knows? Seems like a lot of dudes like to talk to cops. Hey, I bet you there's probably one in every club. There's definitely one in every big club. I mean, there's so many people, you can't. But if they're not a criminal organization, who cares, right? But just know that all the people that are involved with these motorcycle clubs are not criminals. That's one of the things that I want to get put out there. They're not all criminals. They don't join these clubs to be part of a criminal organization. Anyone that would do that is just makes no sense. They do it because they're looking for acceptance. And I'm no expert. I just get these people to tell their stories and take it from there. I am not an expert at this by no means. Let me see. So there's another article I wanted to read. It says there's a new twist to the federal case, already marked by murder and mayhem. The Mongols Motorcycle Club was convicted in late 2018 of racketeering and conspiracy. Now the Mongols want a new trial and say their former president, David, Little Dave, was a confidential informant for the ATF. Now that's the motorcycle club saying it. The explosive allegations come after secretly recorded video surfaced of Little Dave talking to his wife about the lead ATF agent on the case. In the video, it says, I love you, Little Dave says in the call. You're my everything. You're my ride or die. You're my everything. Annie Santillan, the secretly recorded phone call, he had been harassing her. I assumed I was going to be her, so we videotaped it. Because I needed evidence to show the military that he had been having an affair. Crazy. So he wanted a new trial, right? They wanted a new trial to show that the club wasn't a part of this big conspiracy. They are not a criminal organization. They just have some criminals in them. 100%. So I look at it like this, right? I look at it like church. Lots of people go to church. Everyone that goes to church isn't a criminal. They don't label the church a criminal if a bunch of drug dealers go to church, right? Hey, Crap Butcher, how are you? I'm doing great. Things are really good. I got a lot of great guests on the way. I got, I mean, you guys aren't even going to believe it. I'm just going to drop it. Probably Sunday. I'm finishing up editing now. And remember, if you guys want to see the whole interviews, just join the membership or go to Patreon. I'll drop a link for my Patreon channel. So Gunner did a show. If you guys don't know who he is, Gunner's Collective, make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He did a pretty good breakdown about this whole situation. But I think little Dave was going around trying to do damage control after all this came out. It's just crazy. And then she wrote in the text message to the Mongols, you guys need to see this video that Dave has been working with the government this entire time. That's why he felt so comfortable to do what he does. He is simply a CI. In other words, he's a rat. That's what his wife wrote to the club. That's crazy. After testifying briefly in court, Annie told Eyewitness News that her husband has never been a confidential informant. It doesn't make sense. So she goes back and forth. She doesn't know. Like, I don't know. You can't take it back. You know, once you put out things like that, you can't just be like, oh no, she was making it up. He shouldn't be disrespected his wife like that. Problem could have been avoided. Doesn't look like love to me, 100%. What's really going on, Staxx? What's good, Cue Ball? How are you? Remember, if you guys want to donate to the show, you can donate through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. The Cash App is Chatting with Staxx. And I'm going to do the Christmas toy drive again this year. We're going to get toys for the kids and the homeless shelter. This is going to be the, fourth year I've done it. So shout out to everyone that donates for that. If you do want to donate for it, make sure you specify what the donation is going to go for. And every single donation I get goes back into this channel, so I can bring you guys the best content out there. I got another video to show you. And of course, we're going to handle the rats again. We'll probably do that tomorrow. We got some exclusive new Smash the Rat content on the way.
Jury in Santa Ana finds the Mongols motorcycle club guilty of racketeering and conspiracy. The ruling paves the way for the government to seize the group's trademark logo. Prosecutors argued the Southern California-based group is a criminal enterprise involved in drug trafficking and murder.
If you guys don't know, a lot of other big clubs like the Hells Angels and other clubs, I believe they donated towards this cause for them to fight the government. Because if they take one patch, they're probably going to take them all. It's going to be like Australia. That's how they have it out there in Australia. They have banned patches in public. They banned people from having club-related tattoos in public. If you haven't seen my interview with Brooksy, go check it out. He was a notorious ex-1%er in Australia. He was on the run. Crazy story. I'm going to be dropping the rest of that interview. Make sure you check out the interview with Brooksy. It's really good. Let me see if I can find a little clip for you guys. And make sure you check out War Stories with Breeze, Staxx, and Bo. It's a good show. People like that. We're just shooting the shit, telling stories. And if you want to be a guest on that show, just hit me up and I'll bring you guys on there to tell your war stories.
Mongols are vowing to fight back, saying the club doesn't tolerate criminal activity and kicks out bad members.
Well, the government won the battle, but they haven't won the war. There's First Amendment rights attached to this whole case. It's been that way for 10 plus years. You know, we've been under persecution, not prosecution, under indictment for the last 10 years. And me and my club brothers have been resilient in the fact that we've just been going back and forth with the government for 10 years.
If the government seizes control of the club's trademark, members would be prohibited from putting the logo patch on their jackets.
Oh, and that would be a huge blow to the motorcycle community. Huge. If they ended up getting that pass, it would be so big and it would be bad for everyone involved. They really did that out in Australia. They put a ban on club colors and things. Papa Peterson, what's going on? Yeah, we got to schedule the one with you, Papa. Pink Panther, what's good? How are you? Thank you for gifting a membership. Appreciate it. Shouldn't have disrespected his wife like that. 100%. She really put him on blast. Like, listen, I would never be with a woman that did. And now he's with her again. Like, that's even crazier. She puts him on blast like that, and now he's with her again? Doesn't make sense. Don't make sense to me. I'm going to play that video again real quick. I'm waiting for the ad to finish. And then we'll play that video again with the recording in it. And I want to know what your opinion is. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Demons Row, Full Throttle with Hollywood. Subscribe to Black Dragon, Gunners Collective, and Dubs. Shout out to all them content creators. They bring some good content. And like I said, we're not done smashing the rats either. We're just getting started. We'll never let them win. We'll always apply pressure to the rats. Keep our foot on their neck. I got a couple pictures I want to show you real quick. Got some exclusive. You're going to love this, people. What the hell? Oh, don't worry. We're going to take care of this shit once and for all. Oh, yeah. If you guys haven't heard, Queen Jean Barillo loves trannies. Pretty crazy. Oh, man. The Mafia Killer with no hits. How does that work? How are you in the Mafia and you have no hits, but you're a savage killer? It makes no sense. Yeah, he was released. I don't know if he was, they dropped the charges. I don't think they dropped the charges. Yeah, Sos is from the same state as me. I believe he's from the town over. Well, he's from New York, but he lives in Connecticut for a long time, so.
Christian.
Mark, the Mongols Motorcycle Club was convicted of racketeering and conspiracy back in 2018, but today they were back in court after a secret video surfaced of its former president talking to his wife about the lead ATF agent on that federal case.
I love you. I love you. You're my everything. You're my ride or die. You're my everything.
Marital strife in a secretly recorded phone call. David Santillan's wife, Annie, records her husband when he is drunk and despondent. In that video, Santillan seems concerned that he will no longer receive protection from former ATF agent John Ciccone because Ciccone is retiring.
John told me already. I have 1 year. 1 year. He's retiring. He's retiring. After 1 year, he's done. And he can't protect me. He told me. So we have to have an exit strategy.
Annie then sent this text message to other Mongols saying her husband is a...
Oh, did he do another video about it, Scott? Because I haven't seen a newer one. Crap Butcher, what's good? I'm from NY. I'm going to bring you guys some Halloween content soon, too. You guys are going to like this, something different. It's pretty good. And if you tell me what kind of content you guys want to see, and I'll bring you exclusive. I have some actors coming on. I have a bunch of different things. I have more motorcycle club members, ex-members, some people who are still in the clubs. We're going to keep bringing you the rawest content out here. Oh, I haven't seen the newer video. I'll check it out. Shout out to Gunner. He's got a good show.
Confidential informant, quote.
I mean, it was kind of 15 people on one person. That's kind of self-defense, don't you think? And then there was a lot of speculation if the Mongols were behind this and who did it. Like, who was it? Was it someone that a support club or somebody trying to make their bones with them? But there's no evidence to back up any of that. So I don't think the Mongols were involved with this. Someone said, was it a hit? They didn't try to kill him. He just got into a little fight. It wasn't. But 15 people on one person, that's more than a little fight, don't you think? Let's bring this back from the top. In case you missed it.
The Mongols Motorcycle Club was convicted of racketeering and conspiracy back in 2018, but today they were back in court after a secret video surfaced of its
Jason,
former president
what's up?
talking to his wife about the lead ATF agent on that federal case.
I love you. I love you. You're my everything. You're my ride or die. You're my everything.
Marital strife in a secretly recorded phone call. David Santillan's wife, Annie, records her husband when he is drunk and despondent. In that video, Santillan seems concerned that he will no longer receive protection from former ATF agent John Ciccone because Ciccone is retiring.
John told me already. I have 1 year. 1 year. He's retiring. He's retiring. After 1 year, he's done. And he can't protect me. He told me. So we have to have an exit strategy.
Annie then sent this text message to other Mongols saying,
You can tell he's drunk in the video. We got a strategy. Yeah, I don't fuck with him, Expendables. You can go over there. I don't know who that is. Fuck him. Here, go subscribe to Gunners Collective. The one to drop this exclusive. Says the DA dropped the charges. It says district attorney rejects Little Dave's case and he is released immediately. There's a link for his channel. Go subscribe. Chicago, no, I don't know who that is. I don't get involved with all the losers out there, man, Jimmy. Not at all. I bring people real content. I have no time for the the scallywags. No time for that. We don't get involved with drama. And all them types of people are all involved with the bullshit. I got no time for that. I got way too much real things going on, positive things. Staying away from all that drama bullshit. But anyway, let's finish watching the rest of this video. Yeah, I did see that. No, the Mongols out in California. Did you see Barillo went on soft white underbelly? Yes, I did see Queen Jean go on soft white underbelly. It was quite hilarious. Go look at the comments on Queen Jean. Every club is the same, whether you quit or you get kicked out. All they do is put smut on you the whole time. See, it reminds me a lot about being in a gang. Like when I was involved with a gang, it reminds me of it so much. How just the way it is. It's not a gang. Don't get me wrong. Being in a gang and being a motorcycle club, totally different things. But I relate to it in that way,
Her husband is a confidential informant. Quote,
a lot of people ask me, why do you do this biker content now? What's the reason? You'll find out down the road.
In other words, he's a rat. Outside court today, the Santillans put on a united front, both denying David was a confidential informant.
Absolutely not. Unequivocally no. I've never cooperated in any way, shape, or form.
Eyewitness News asked Santillan what he meant in that video about ATF agent Ciccone protecting him. Santillan says he and Ciccone...
Listen to his explanation about the club protecting him. Listen to this.
He had a rapport after 25 years of dealing with one another, and Ciccone told Santillan he was retiring.
He goes, I know you've been doing a bang-up job with the club. Can't protect you from this point forward. I know we've had a rapport, and I always looked out for you, and you were always respectful. So he gave me a heads up, and that was it. That was all it was about. There was nothing nefarious about it.
Annie Santillan says she recorded the video and sent that text because she was angry over her husband's repeated infidelities, and she knew calling him a rat would destroy him with the Mongols.
All I wanted to do was to tarnish his image. I wanted him to feel kind of what I was feeling, which was...
Jeez. All she wanted to do was tarnish his image and wreck his whole life. She succeeded. 100%. She put a huge roadblock in her way.
Shame and embarrassment and betrayal.
In court today, prosecutors predict now retired ATF agent Ciccone will testify Santillan was never an informant.
And if they do that, they're going to be lying. They're just going to be outright lying.
Mongols attorney Joe Yanni says he believes Santillan threw that 2018 trial by not allowing him to call Ciccone to the stand.
I think they got David in compromising situations, and he was afraid, and I think he turned on his loyalty to the club to protect himself.
Today, federal judge David Carter said he wants former ATF agent Ciccone to testify under oath about the allegations. The hearing will continue later this month.
And a judge is not going to out a confidential informant. No, they won't do it. But there has been judges that have in the past. Matter of fact, I have a video of a judge outing one of them. We'll get down to that. We'll get to that down the road. But I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me today. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. A lot of content dropping. There's a new video tonight. Make sure you go check out the members videos. I just uploaded a bunch, so go check them out. Check out Brooksy's interview. It's got a lot of information in there. And if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad, start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch.
All new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.